Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with some more of our Madden franchise Week 12 against the Green Bay Packers. We beat them in the first game. It was one that we pretty much dismantled this offense and Cam Newton, but they were a run-first offense, and it was easy for us to deal with that type of threat. I know we probably want to look at some receivers that are deeper in the draft for some value picks. But also the fact that we're looking for the next bit of Allen Robinson here. So, slow down, Kenny Clark.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers.
The sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they too were losing.
All right, let's go.
Week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. It should be a fun.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passing.
They'll roll him out right. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. That'll bring up second down. Now this one complete on the slant route.
Yeah, first down.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them. And they get a quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it.
Mike's 56. Hey, let's get off the field. Get off the field, D.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh, wow.
The throw's complete. And the ball is knocked out. And the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. 9 yards is first carry. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. Let's get it.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Yeah, baby.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Let's go.
Yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the gun, here's Newton.
And there's Mac. What a good tackle.
It's out.
Good sack, too.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it, change the field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended there, but we also know it's not ending today. So they're going to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike,
On first down, it dropped to throw.
Kenny Clark.
Back to Rico. And they'll get to him 7 to the 47. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey. You don't want it.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Right now, right now.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
There it is.
In for a Bears touchdown. Denzel Mims, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bears have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have this.
And there is Khalil Mack. Let's go.
Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 15.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They're running it. 58.
Out the gun, Newton.
Oh, and it's picked off by Kyle Fuller. Let's go.
By Kyle Fuller, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard.
I think his only other interception is against the Packers.
He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Nowhere to go with that.
They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly.
And there it is.
Inside the 15.
Out of
Touchdown,
the
Chicago.
stutter step move there on the stop and go.
With his 10th touchdown of the season, and the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception, and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 4 catches, 60 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They fake the game.
Oh, wow.
He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by
And the hooker's going to take this. And this is how the first matchup went. We just own this offense.
fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried.
This is what we needed.
The offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to turnover differential, without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Check.
On second down now.
Oh, look at that move. And look at that hit by Roquan.
Will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
6 right there, 56. I'm coming. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Here's Hines.
Going nowhere, Roquan.
Up to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot.
Come on, Eddie.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense has to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds.
Let's go, baby.
And they'll spot it right at the 20. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson.
Sorry, second possession? Yeah.
Hasn't he, partner?
He certainly has. I applaud him for that because
Let's go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
they've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. He slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. Big on speeches and guys jumping up and down. They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
60 Eagle. Get him. 18 Cardinal. Check 26, check.
Montgomery fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
That's where you belong.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Cougar 19. 50's the mic. It's our time.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, wow. That was
Incomplete.
not a great throw at all by Judge, but got lucky.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
And that's a good one to Darnell Mooney. Good catch. Good throw there by Judge.
Last week, that one his 3rd on this drive alone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards. A tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All right, T, let's go.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
Anytime that ball comes to me,
Robinson
I'm trying to take it to the
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard of Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Touchdown. Here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. If second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. They'll start out here with the Jets.
Nope.
A tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
You got him.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
56, right there, 56. You're trash,
They run with Hines. He'll have it
Oh, wow.
past the 40.
Oh, wow. Naheem Hines.
Touchdown, Packers. Naeem Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now. Okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row. We're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe too many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively,
Weathersby. Ooh, that's an injury that sucks for them.
look at those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer. Something done though. Way easier said than done.
Nowhere to go there.
Try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys. Mike 50, Mike. Hey, tight,
Now a shotgun snap as he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
You know what? Go for it.
How about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
And there goes Montgomery.
Some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They're firing a deep ball for and this is
And there's Cole Kmet. Let's go.
for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This is just a straight destroyed.
Let's go. Good job. How that boy stepping up, Miley.
Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press, you'll make things a little bit worse.
And there's Mac again.
Taken down. A bear sack.
Just running straight into Khalil Mack. Nowhere to go with the football. Frustration on the sideline with the defense. We have the Packers in a full... Oh, wow, I missed that. In a full panic mode on the sideline.
Use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56.
On first and 10, Newton.
Watch blood.
Lines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back.
Wow.
Create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That's complete to Hines.
Get out of here! Eddie Jackson says no.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping.
Eddie Jackson says no.
You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something
This is the Packers. Pedal to the metal. If I put up a 50 bagger against them, so be it.
seeing if something pops.
No respect.
That can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, then you just run the clock out and go to the
Oh, God.
Rifles one that's intercepted.
That's not at all where I wanted you to put that. Oh, wow. And I missed him.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Wow. Wow.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
You don't want no
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. 14-3, the final. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. and they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. 28-24, the final score. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action. Ready for the third quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini-camps, first day of camp,
Ooh, that's wide open and not going to catch him.
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there. 56.
From the gun, Newton
Silver.
to Shepard, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On the ground, it's Akins.
Oh, wow, what a good block.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Rush in.
Going right back to Akins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Let's go, boys.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
56. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Operating from the gun. Newton stepping up. He'll try and fire.
Another fumble, Roquan Smith.
Is it recovered? They have.
Jesus, Roquan.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
53's the Mike. 53. Check it.
2nd and 4.
Watch the run.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter, he's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. And with that last play, he's now
I think he's going to be fired.
100-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence. And he's a
Darnell Mooney.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's a first down throw that's complete, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time.
All right, let's run the football.
18 yards.
Run the football.
But now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. With Montgomery.
And he's going to get in. Let's go.
Chicago. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive line.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great
splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go!
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown.
Three down.
That's a no-no.
Oh, wow. Good one.
Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice
You know
hit,
what really
boy.
fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here I come. Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go.
The first carry down for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Time to go. Night. 56 to Mike. 56 is Let's go.
They'll try the air now with slant to Adams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
56.
14
Mike,
yards,
56,
good for
right
a
there,
Packer
right there,
first
56.
down.
Man, I got you. Man.
From the gun, Newton. Finds his target, it's Schultz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He's going to take off with it.
Ooh, lucky Jalen didn't light him up.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Good do zone. Oh, what a great play.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Come on, boys.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game?
Oh, wow. And he did not go for it.
Lester picks it. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively.
The pressure was there. It was a bit over Cole Kmet's head. And that's...
That one a broken play, but it
Jesus.
The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Oh, Elam, let's go. The swagger.
This time they get him behind the line.
Give me that, son.
And it's 2nd and 11. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA.
Drop back into coverage.
I'm coming.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, throw left side complete.
Oh, what a play, but we got a flag there.
A flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
I think that's coming back. Block in the back. Holding, actually.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You gotta go back to their play chart and see if they can dial in another one.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's
Our defense has played absolutely stellar. Our offense is still in this slump.
situation. Now a run with 8.
Roquan.
This play gets blown
Roquan Smith.
back at the 17.
It's just not fair.
Loss of a yard, and it brings up
Just not fair.
to go for it here on fourth down.
The boys playing so well.
Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Newton.
And now Jalen's gonna have a pick. Let's go.
Johnson, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This
Well, this defensive pressure's been constant.
is ridiculous.
Pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now the attack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Tight end to the left, tight end, let's go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to
First down.
connect with Mims. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
D-line, let's get in there, let's get in there.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They got the confidence to keep handing it to him.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? You say downs, clock continues to move. No better way to close that game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I'm talking with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called...
Let's go.
Will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Oh my God.
Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
If this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Are you sick?
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second
boy, I know
down.
you felt
Looked
that
to me
one.
like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you
56
don't
to Mike.
succeed, try
56 to Mike.
again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him all running the ball.
Let's go.
The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
56.
Crunch time, defense.
Mike's 56. Mike.
3rd and long. It's Newton. He'll buy some time right. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down doesn't throw a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cole. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Why don't you cover him? Double him. Do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that
Come
groove
on,
right
man.
now.
Set the tone. You better do something.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, it can be a little late getting it done.
Gunn running with Cohen, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to start this one away.
Oh, wow. Here it is. He just throws.
Picked off at the 47, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, he's going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Check 56. Okay, double up.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Right there.
Newton.
So we got man.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Akeem Hicks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now Jalen has one. And he might take this one to the house, though, this time. Let's go. Jalen, 2 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown.
Just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way. They're taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Good return up past the 30.
Oh, wow.
Past midfield.
A couple broken tackles by Phillips, and we get the ball back. Wow.
And he will score.
This is a crazy game right now.
Back and forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the back end and get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
All right.
So for Chicago,
Pretty good.
keep pace in the
Still 3 interceptions.
move to 8-3
Montgomery to buck 10.
and they will hit the
Hines.
road next week for a
Fumbles
date
3
with
by
the San
Newton.
Francisco 49ers.
On
Meanwhile,
Robinson,
for
2
Green Bay,
touchdowns.
It's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles
All right.
Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Roquan. Let's go. That's a good one. Let's go. Go on for Tobias Wilkinson. Okay, San Fran. A good one for him. Let's see it. Weekly awards. Judge. Jalen Johnson with that huge game. We were in. We would be the first seed right now. Okay. Other than that, we had San Fran. Got Jimmy Garoppolo still here. 81 overall, 32 years old. Jonathan Taylor, Gus Edwards, Khalil Freeman. Wow, I don't know why. Just those L and I's like messed with my eyes there for a second. Kyle Juszczyk. Deebo Samuel doing work. Brendan Ayuk. Devontae Rose. He looks pretty good too. That's a good receiving core. Ezekiel Spruce. Oscar Burley. That's a pretty good receiving core. Eric Kettle, 99 overall. Trevon Wesco. Doug Cole at left tackle. Dennis Daly. Gary Parrish. Alex Redmond. Mike McGlinchey. Hunt wouldn't be better on the other side? No. Eric Armstead. Nick Bosa, the ever-dangerous Nick Bosa. Ron Kinlaw. Ian Whitaker, rookie. Trey Greenlaw. Wow. Andre Smith's backing him up. Fred Warner. Bobby Harrett behind him. Looks pretty good. Fourth year out of TCU. Emmett Macklin. 76 overall. Only 22 years old. Second year out of Louisville. Going to come on pretty strong as time goes on. Kwan Alexander. Jalen Reeves Maven. David Long. Jalen Straight, rookie. The Duke. Okay. Pretty decent. Michael Ojemuda? Probably mispronouncing that. Antoine Meadows. Jimmy Ward. Quincy Brown. Crispy Hart. Darius Woodard. Still rocking it here, but a lot of upgrades here. Matthias Fernandez is the kicker. Jack Bryant's backing him up. Mitch Wisnowski is the punter. Their draft picks. Here they are. Their practice squad. Here they are. And that be that for San Fran. So big game. We're going to preview something as well. That would be stats. We're going to preview awards. Patrick Mahomes, lead in MVP. Judge, Offensive Player of the Year in the lead. Roquan Smith, Defensive Player of the Year in the lead. Reggie Dyson, the Offensive Rookie of the Year, lead there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kareem Jennings. Elam is at third. Best QB is Judge right now. Best running back is Zeke. Montgomery is at 4. Allen Robinson. Just give Allen Robinson so many passes. David Bakhtiari. Aaron Donald. Khalil Mack, of course. Roquan Smith. DB's John Johnson. And Jalen Johnson. Best kicker, of course, Eddie Pinheiro. So that is what the awards look like. We're the first ranked offense and the 14th ranked defense. Yeah, our defense has not played great, but our offense has definitely played a lot better. So yeah, that will be it, guys. Go ahead and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in week 13. Later.